Welcome, Wargamers. My name is Doug with 2 Stuff, and I have a very special announcement today. So, as many of you who have been watching the channel know, I'm actually involved in creating a game of my own. It's called Legacy of Atmos. It is a steampunk, existential horror type fantasy game set on a remote planet called Elpis with, humans and forest creatures all fighting on the planet, unawares of all the cosmic nastiness going on around them. And in support, as we build the community for that game, we've actually started doing a whole bunch of community events. We recently did a painting contest, a tournament for our playtesters, that kind of thing. And now we wanted to move into a lore contest. Now, if you've been a part of the channel for a while, you understand that the lore contests that I run, I don't normally do like fan fiction type stuff. And so it's always been kind of this weird thing where it's an immense amount of stuff to read because people are so excited about the Age of Sigmar universe. But ultimately, the only thing that I can offer them is to make it a video because obviously I don't have any connections in GW. I can't get their stories printed no matter how cool I think they are. But with my own game, I sure can. And so we can actually up the stakes. And so basically how I'm going to say this, the lore contest, the top couple of winners, thinking the top 3, certainly the top 1 at least, are going to have their stories made into canon. They're going to be solidified and you will have total credit for the story going on in the future. And if there's needs to be any kind of minor tweaks just to kind of make it fit a little better, we'll ask you about those if that's cool to do. But I mean, functionally, you are writing the story. So if you have always wanted to be, the lore master for a particular game or background or fantasy setting, if you have a story that can fit into multiple fantasy venues, this is the perfect opportunity for you to have some kind of credit start to build. Credits, is that the right word? Portfolio? I don't know. Have something with your name on it says you did a thing. So if that interests you, let's talk about how this event is going to work. Step 1, you need to join the Legacy of Atmos Discord, which is in the description down below, because that's where we have all the communications. You can have tags associated with your account that make you a lore master if that's the only part you're interested in. Same thing for painting, test playing, that kind of stuff. Any announcements about the event, the winner, who got it, that kind of stuff, all that information is going to be there. Step 2, pinned to the top of the lore section is going to be a Google survey sheet. It's just asking for a name and an email address so we can correspond with you if you do win the event. Now, keep in mind, this would be a great place if you are looking to be a professional author and you want to use a pen name. Go ahead and give us your pen name. Like I said, it's a credit to you. You have until the end of March to get your story into us. So, 4 weeks is a pretty good amount of time to get a short story written. It has to be between 1,000 and 1,500 words. So it's a very small snippet into a world. Now, you could, if you have a good understanding of the universe, you've been following along with the videos, write whatever you want. However, we also have a couple of writing prompts from various scenes that I've talked about in Legacy of Atmos lore videos to kind of get the wheels turning just a little bit. And of course, if you have any specific questions that would help you in world building and getting those little details fleshed out, the lore chat in the Discord is the perfect place to ask because I'm in there every day. So you signed up, you wrote your story. There's going to be more instructions on the email about exactly which, email address you submit your story to. And so follow along the details of this Google survey for that information. At the end of March, me and the other 2 producers of the game, we're going to sit down, we're going to read a whole bunch of them, pick our best. For mine, I'm going to pick my top couple and show it to my patrons and YouTube members so we can all vote together for my stack of stories. And then we're going to come together and announce the winners. I think the whole process, hopefully, once we get the stories at the end of the March, because there's 3 of us reading them, I'm hoping to have it turned around in like 2 to 3 weeks max. Then we get to talk about winners. So for our first place, of course, it's going to be, you're going to have your story turned into canon. So you'll get that credit if you're looking to be a writer full time. In the future, I'm going to make lore videos based off of the lore that come out of these stories. So I'll read the stories verbatim, understand it's a little bit harder to do stories that are first person, with the sound effects and that kind of stuff. So third person tends to work a little bit better, but do whatever you'd like to do. So you'll get a video. I'm probably going to do videos for the top. I'll do videos for the top 5. Yeah, we'll do that. And then I guess the top 3, we'll put it there. Those are going to be turned into absolute canon, locked in stone, foundational lore for this universe. The whole idea behind Legacy of Atmos, and I can do a larger talk about it as well later on, is this idea of a community-grown game, very grassroots, and part of that starts with letting you, the writers, and people who come up with fantastic narratives kind of take the wheel for that a little bit. What stories do you want to hear? What stories do you want to tell? This is our chance to hear from you. And so if you wouldn't mind, if you are interested or you think you know someone who might be interested in doing a little bit of fantasy writing, go ahead and share this video with them. It would mean the world to me. If you have any questions about the universe itself, like I said, the Discord is the perfect place to ask those, because at least then all the answers will be collated in the same feed. If you have questions about how to enter the Discord, if there's any problem with the links, whatever, you can leave those down below, absolutely. But go ahead and share this video, and if there's any pressing questions about how the contest is going to work, you can leave those here as well. Really what I'm trying to say is if you have a lore question, go to the Discord. If you have a question about the event itself, then I'm happy to answer it here. I just don't want to have answers kind of spread across all the places, you know what I mean? It gets a little confusing. But honestly, you know, if we get even a quarter of the quality stories that I got when I did the AOS contests, like I'm just so excited to have some real creative power and direction behind some of the sort of general lore that we've already established. Like we can talk about, like, you know, how the world works as much as we want all day, but the truth is like the individual stories of heroes who have to weigh good and evil and all kinds of consequences, like those are the things that bring a universe to life. So I'm so excited to hear your take. Go ahead and let me know if you're going to be participating, and I can't wait to see you in our Discord. On the Discord on Thursdays around 10 or 11, I'm always in there painting, just in the live feed, so if you want to come and just hang out and chat about your story ideas, I would love to see you there too. Thank you so much for watching, writing, and contributing. Thank you all. Happy wargaming.